Hey, it's Stephen A. Williams, President and founder of the CreditRepairShop.com. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the different uh, credit reporting slash employment, rental reporting agencies. This is some very important information. You need to pay attention to it because there are so many companies tracking our personal information that I don't even know how they're all getting permission to do it, but uh, I'm thinking about actually starting a service where we're going to start challenging and trying to get the documentation that allows these companies to just have just uh, you know information. We all know about TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. These are the national consumer reporting agencies, and they've always had access to our information. The story on how they got access to it is still not 100% clear, but I'm thinking that they kind of did. These companies like Google and all of these other companies who have our information that have just placed it on their search engines and stuff, that they learned how to do it from these three companies. So you all know that TransUnion, Equifax, just to give you a quick review, everybody knows this, but just in case you're new to the channel or new to worrying about your credit, because some people become of age every day in our country and they start to learn that these three companies actually control a lot about what you're able to do pertaining to your finances. So TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, they have your personal information such as your name, date of birth, loan co-applicants, as well as current and past residential addresses, phone numbers, and employer names. Information about payment history submitted by credit card companies, home and auto lenders, lease companies, and other creditors. How much credit you have and use. This is how their algorithm is actually put together. Information from debt collectors, including unpaid medical debt that has been greater than 180 days delinquent from the date of service, and past due debt from cable and cell phone bills. And then they have public information like bankruptcies, inquiries, who have requested your credit reports when you apply for credit. And then here it says, in response to COVID-19, now you can request a credit report from for free weekly from each national consumer reporting agency through December 22. This is about to end. And they're not now key. This is a key word: credit report. They do not give you the scores. I hate when they do that because they don't give people the scores. And then they talk about the annual credit report. You can get that free annual, but there are no scores on there. Let's see here now. Here's the one for employment screening. This is one of the companies, accurate.com. You can see these. You can rewind this video because you're going to probably want to get one of the reports from them. It says you can get a free report to see what's on there on your file. Now you might be saying, well, if it's here, why is it over there with TransUnion and Equifax and Experian? What they do is they actually pull from these companies. So you can have something that's inaccurate on here. Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax pulls it in and it's inaccurate. So now you have it inaccurate here, you have it inaccurate there, and you're sitting there wondering where are they getting this information from? Why is it being reported inaccurately? And I can't do anything about it because when you dispute it with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and they pull your employment information from this place, and it was inaccurate from here, but they're taking their word because they're like, hey, you're getting it and it says accurate in your in your name, so it must be accurate, which is not accurate. But that's why people come to my company, is because there's always a lot of this back and forth work and figuring out who had the original inaccuracy, and let's deal with them first, and then we move on to the reporting agencies. So here's some more for employment. We have ADP Select, And it says here you can get a free report from them. Here is Assurant. Let's see here. Yeah, you can get a free report from them. Background check. They do this from to hire people than backgroundchecks.com. And these are recognized companies. You know, there's all of these other ones that are out there that just try to get you to pay them money when you go and you search like background check and you have these affiliate type companies. These are companies that are actually recognized by the CFPB. So these are regulated companies. Verify. This is one for employment. It's also part of Experian. You can get a free report from them also. CheckR.com, another one, background and screening services. And then it says betterfuture.com. I guess these are connected. Here's another one, how do you say that? CISIV, I guess that's what it is. You can get a free report from them. Look, I mean, just all of these companies have our personal information. Here's another one, DISA Global Screenings, EMPL, another one. And all of these you can get free reports from. People didn't even know about this. First Advantage. You can freeze your report. The company will freeze your consumer reports if you request it. You go to their website, check out what's going on with that one. General Information Services, Hire Right. And the reason why there's so many of these different companies is just like TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, a company can choose to go to any company that they want. The only ones that use all three all the time is going to be you some of the times if you're doing a business loan, and all of the time when you're doing a mortgage, they're going to look at all three reports. But auto dealers actually only use one of the reports, and it just depends on which one that their membership with. And that's the same with background checks. They're going to usually just pull from one or maybe two, depending on how how important or how the type of hire you would be for that company. So here's Hire Right, Info, Cubic, IntelliCorp, on Open Online. You have all these companies, and but to the bottom line on why I'm making this video is that look at all of these companies that have access to our personal information. That's really the bottom line on why I'm making this video, because how many of you that are watching this right now knew about all of these companies that had personal? Number one, you knew about the credit reporting, but what about your personal data about employment history? And is that 100% accurate? What if you had a breakup with a company where things didn't go right, and then they put some information on there that maybe wasn't 100% true, or they only put their side on there and you didn't have an opportunity to put your side on there on why you left the company. So now moving down, we got tenant screening, and you can get a free report from those. I suggest anyone that's renting get those reports. Make sure that these are correct, because the landlord could have put their side on there and you didn't have your side placed on there. And you can see right here it says property management companies and real estate related businesses. Here's another one, Contemporary Information Corp, tenant screening, Experian Rent Bureau. They have their own service. First Advantage, Residential Solutions, Real Page. So all of these are offering free reports. All of these offering free reports. Here's TransUnion Smart Move. They have their own service. And then we get into the check and banking screening. Uh, Here's one here. Ask Certgy, is that Certgy.com? You can get a free report from them. We all know about check systems. They've always been around. You can get a free report from them. Cross check. Early warning, global payment. This is one they also work with merchant accounts. I've heard of them before. Telecheck, we've heard of Telecheck, First Data. They also do merchant accounts. Wonder if it had something on there. It says fraud and the risks associated with it, accepting payments, opening accounts. So yeah, so you got those. Pfizer, subsidiary of Pfizer Inc. Pfizer Inc. The Milwaukee Bucks stadium is Pfizer Forum. So this is, I guess this is one of the businesses that they're in. Personal property insurance. So if you're trying to get insurance for your automobile, maybe even insurance for your renter's insurance or home. This might be what places that they would check and come up with. Again, you can get free reports. You got drive history. You got Verisk, Insurance Information Exchange, LexisNexis. We knew about those with LexisNexis. Auto and property reports. You can get your free ones from there. You can also freeze it. Here's medical, MIB. I did a video on MIB. Has your medical information. Company, you can get a free report on that. Let's see here. Milliman, IntelliScript. Here's another one. Get a free report from them. Low income and subprime. Well, here's one. Clarity Services, Inc. So you could company that provide free reports, 12 months. Let's look at this. Collects information on payday loans, installment loans, auto loans, leasing, check cashing services. Whoa, check cashing services. So you're even when you think that you're not even being uh, looked at, they're keeping a track in a way, looking at your history of cashing checks, your rent to own transactions, your telecommunications open accounts and financial services with emphasis on lower income and subprime consumer markets. Clarity is owned by Experian. So we can see right there with the connection where you might be thinking that how are they tracking me when I'm not even getting credit, and they're tracking you by payday loans, which is in essence is a way of getting credit. But this one here, check cashing services, they're tracking people doing check cashing services. They're tracking people doing rent to own transactions. They're tracking people doing opening a telecommunications account. This is not using your credit to open an account. This is just registering your phone number and you have the service. DataX collect and provides consumer payment history on payday and installment loans, subprime credit cards, and specialty loans. Factor Trust collects loan performance information, non-subprime consumers to predictive credit data, analytics and risk scoring solutions, short-term lenders, installment lenders, non-prime auto loans. Microbilt, another one, collects recurring payment data such as monthly billing data from rent, utility, phone plans, car insurance, streaming media subscriptions to generate consumer reports. Well, they're really tracking. Here's another one here. Collects consumer information, provides data to payday lenders, rent-to-own business, furniture stores, offering financing, auto finance, and leasing companies high-risk consumer finance business, subprime home lending businesses, subprime credit card insurers, banks, credit unions, cable, telecom companies, and debt buyers. So here's one that sells information to debt buyers. CoreLogic. Supplementary reports. Companies listed in this section primarily sell data primarily to help entities manage credit and fraud risk. This information frequently supplements other data sets such as the traditional credit data that national consumer reporting agencies sell about you. So we got CoreLogic, Innovus, heard of those, LexisNexis, SageStream, heard of SageStream, the Utilities National Consumer Telecom and Utility Exchange. We got a retail evaluation, retailevaluation.com. You can get a free report from them. Gaming. Consumers help gaming establish management, credit, and fraud risk. National Credit Check Inc. provides consumer dating to help gaming establishments. Okay. So if someone goes in, they're trying to get some credit, they're at a casino. VIP Preferred provides consumer data to assist casinos and other gaming establishments such as racetracks to manage the risk associated with check cashing settlement services to consumers. So people who have going in there getting loans to continue gambling. All right, well, this is some good information. If you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes Us Different, so you can see my 8-point validation process and my two-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, you can go to www.your3scores.com. And obviously, you can get your free reports from these entities that I just showed you here. If you have debt collectors coming after you, grab my 3-pack of letters: statute of limitation letter, cease and desist collection activities letter, and debt debt validation letter, or statute of limitation, cease and desist collection activities letter, and debt validation letter. It has instructions on the way to use them. And I do ask for a donation on those because it can literally save you a lot of headaches, a lot of stress and frustration if you respond to debt collectors the right way. And it can save you literally hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video and share it and post your questions and comments. I will be in there answering as many as possible. This is Stephen A. Williams, President and founder of thecreditrepairshop.com.